Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Chuck. Welcome back to a brand new video. Guys, today I want to showcase to you my top 5 farms to build in survival during your first day of gameplay. And I think this is important because 1.18 is coming out very soon, and I know that a lot of people are going to be making brand new worlds, so I figured why not, let's showcase some new farms that you guys can build on your first day in your brand new worlds. So the first farm that I want to start with is going to be an automatic sugarcane farm, and if you've ever played Minecraft with me, you'd know that this is a farm that I built almost immediately because it's important for endgame. It's important for when you start trading with villagers and you're going to need a lot of paper and books and bookshelves, especially with an enchantment table if you want to go ahead and get those mending books. So what you're going to need for this is an observer, a chest, a hopper, some redstone dust, some stone bricks or any block of your choice for decoration, some glass also for decoration. These two are kind of optional depending on where you decide to build your farm. Some water is a must, and obviously some sugarcane. So let's go ahead and grab these and I'll show you guys how to build this farm. So I'm gonna go ahead and build this farm right here. I started to build the farm, don't worry about it. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and start and dig a trench up to 8 blocks because that's how far water is going to travel, but it can really be as small as you want or as large as you want depending on whether or not the water will actually carry the items that far. And then you just want to put your water down here and it'll go to the very end. So what we can do here now is dig these 2 blocks out, place a chest, hopper going into the chest, and you can obviously make this a double chest if you wanted to, and then what I like to do is just cover up this block. So what we can do now is place down our sugarcane like so, and what I like to do is place down some building blocks so the sugarcane doesn't have anywhere to go. The next thing that we're going to want to do for our farm is add in the collection system, if you will, the way that we're going to actually collect and harvest our sugarcane. So what we want to do is place a block here and then one here so that you have this little platform, build across like this, and then just go ahead and face your pistons facing outward to the sugarcane. So now we can go ahead and leave this here. We want to place in our observers, and you want to do this from the back side because the observer faces the direction that the player is facing when you place it down. So just like that. So there's our observer facing the sugarcane, and we just want to do it like that. And then your very last step is to go ahead and just run a line of redstone through the backside, and this should automatically just collect our sugarcane. So let's build this up a little bit and turn up our game tick, random tick speed. So what we're going to do is go ahead and turn up our tick speed. We'll turn up to 5,000 just to show you the sugarcane grows, and then a little quick there, huh? So once your sugarcane grows and reaches the observer, the entire line of pistons will fire. This farm is not completely lossless. You do lose some, but you have to account for the fact that it's an AFK farm, or it's AFKable, and the farm will also run in your world in the background while you're just playing the game. Alright guys, so the second farm that I want to go over is going to be an XP mob farm. It's an absolute essential when it comes to having a new world because you want to go ahead and get your enchantment levels up as fast as possible. I feel like this is one that everybody should know at this point, but if you don't know, let's go ahead and go over it just because it is essential in my opinion. So once you find a mob spawner, this one's a zombie spawner. Preferably you would want to go for a skeleton spawner just because they do drop bones and arrows and bows, which might be better for you depending on the actual resource that you do have. But the first step that you want to take when building a mob spawner is well, first of all, light it up, because you don't want these zombies to be spawning. So let's go ahead and get rid of these guys. All right, so once you conquer the dungeon, I just realized that there are no chests in here, and that's kind of weird. But you want to go from the spawner, which should be in the center of the dungeon. Sometimes they generate a little weird. There might be 2 blocks on one side, there might be 2 blocks on the other side, it might be 2 in this corner, 2 in that corner. This one is actually pretty much perfectly symmetrical besides the entrance right here, which kind of helps. So what we want to do is basically take the spawner that's right in the center and go out 4 blocks in each direction. So you want to count out 4 blocks from the base, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this would be your wall. And then you just want to go ahead and clear out this entire area. And so once this is done, you have the option to go ahead and clear this wall with stone if you wanted to, or you can take advantage of the new tinted glass in 1.17, which won't let any light through the glass, meaning you can light up the area outside of the spawner and not affect the rates from the inside. Once you have this area cleared out, the 4x4 area on each side, it's not 4x4, it's at 9x9. Once you have a 9x9 square cleared out around the spawner, all you have to do from here is dig 3 blocks down, just like that, and then you want to clear out the entire floor. So once this is done, you want to make sure that the floor is actually perfectly lush and even, and then all you have to do from here is place a water bucket down in each corner. You're going to have the water kind of stop in this weird pattern. So what we can do is dig out all of this area like so, and then to get the water to flow down, we're going to break these blocks in a second. What you want to do is find the center point, dig inward just a few blocks, and then you can go ahead and dig down, and this is where your kind of kill chamber will be. However you decide to decorate this is up to you, but what I like to do is, let's clear this out, make this symmetrical, is just place a chest like that and then a hopper. Because this is a zombie spawner, we are going to end up getting baby zombies, and in order to prevent that, the best way that I've found is using trapdoors. I like to use iron trapdoors just because they look cool. Sir, you are not supposed to be in here. So what I like to do from here is place trapdoors like this and then one there, and this creates a height where the baby zombies actually can't escape, which is very important if you're trying to AFK this farm. I can make a separate video on how to set up an auto hotkey in order to AFK farm, but we will discuss that later. So now that we have this, let's go ahead and get back up here. What we want to do quickly is place a sign right here just so that the water can't flow down. Break these blocks here like that, and then the water will just flow right into there, and the zombies will be collected by you. The other thing that you want to do at the very end is go ahead and place torches. You can place a trapdoor or a slab on top of your spawner to prevent zombies from spawning on top. That's up to you, that's personal preference. Honestly, if one zombie gets stuck on the top, it's not necessarily going to slow down your rates, and he will just fall off eventually. So you want to come back down here, place your hopper, place your trapdoor, and all you got to do now is stand here and kill your zombies. Back in our creative world, the third farm that we're gonna do is a very simple cow farm that I actually had not learned until recently. So all we're gonna need for this farm is obviously some cows. We need a bucket of water, a couple hoppers, a chest, a dispenser, a fence of any type, a button of any type, and then building blocks of any type and stairs of any type just for building. So all we want to do for this farm, it's very simple, is clear out an area, place your dispenser. We can go ahead and put our button on from the back, and while we're here, put in our water. You want to then place a block on top of it, place a block here, here, there, and there. And then from this side, what we want to do is place a chest with 2 hoppers feeding into it, just like that. And then you can cover up these hoppers like this, and then we can also go ahead put a block here just for show. We can actually just use this to build a staircase up to the top. That's probably going to be the easiest. And then what you want to do from here is place a fence or any block really, and then a fence right in the middle. And that's all you need to do for this farm. So once we have our cows in there, you can breed them using wheat like you would typically do. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to go ahead and fill this with cows to show you how this farm works. It basically relies on entity cramming. So once you have enough cows in there, they will forcefully make room for one more cow, right? So the more that you breed them, the more you're going to have in there. And you can see the particle effects, they're slowly kind of dissolving. And then that's how you would do that. And their drops will come out of here. The dispenser is to make breeding a little bit easier. If you push the button, it will throw the water out and then you can breed the cows from here. It's not necessarily mandatory, but it's a good way to just bring the cows up to the higher level. And then we can turn that off when we don't want our cows to be floating the entire time. All right, boys, for this next farm, we're going to be doing an automatic cactus farm, which should work like our sugarcane farm, completely AFK-able. You don't need to do any work to harvest the cactus, and it's pretty simple to build. The only difference is that this farm actually does not use any redstone besides the involvement of a hopper. So what we want to do is find ourselves a 9x9 area. You can either dig this area out, or this isn't 9x9. There we go. Once we have our 9x9 area, what we want to do here is go ahead and place water in each corner so that the water simply flows into this middle. And what we can do here is just place our chest and our hopper, and however you get to that chest is completely up to you. And then all we want to do from here is start on this inside corner and work every other block until we hit the other side, and just fill in the entire farm like this. So once we have that done, all we have to do is place our cactus. And then once our cactus is placed, what you can do is shift click on top of one of the cactus, and then just place a fence on either side of that block. And then we want to do this for every single row that we have. The other way to do this is actually just let the cactus grow a little bit, which might take you some time if you're not in a world that has a higher tick rate. So you can actually just click on top of these cactuses and it'll go through like that. Now we do have some missing here because of the other fence posts. You know, you don't even really need these ones down the middle, just these 8 here, and then all of the cactus is collected down here in the bottom. So we can go ahead, come down here and check this out. Where is our chest? Here we go. And there's our cactus being collected just like that. So the important thing with cactus I want to showcase, because you might be thinking, why do I need a cactus farm? Let me show you. What we can do is utilize these cactus farms for the cactus using composters. And what our composters will do is they'll actually give us bone meal, essentially for free. So what we can do, and you can obviously set this up in a way where, and I can show you this really quickly, where you set up a chest with a hopper feeding into it. I don't know if I have space. There we go. And then a composter in the middle, and then a hopper to take these out. You can also do this in a way where it goes directly into the composter, into a chest like that. And our cactus then goes into the composter, turns itself into bone meal. All right, guys, so our very last farm is going to be a crop farm. And I believe this is a zero tick farm. I'm still kind of unclear on what zero tick actually means, but this farm is pretty simple to build. What you want to do is place a dispenser here, here, and here, all facing inward. We can remove this block for a second and then replace our block here so that our harvesting block has water at all times. And then what we can do from here is just place redstone all the way around, come down underneath these 2 dispensers and just place 2 torches. We can cover this back up, and then we need a lever. And then once we add our lever and flip it back on, our farm will run continuously like this. And the important thing here is that we need bone meal. Let's go ahead and add some bone meal to our dispensers like this. It's important to note that the bone meal doesn't actually fire unless you place something down. The bone meal can't be spent if there's nothing to spend it on. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some seeds here. And all you have to do is place this seed. Once it grows, destroy it, plant it again. And it basically just instantly grows. This has nothing to do with the sped up tick rate. It's simply because the wheat will take 3 bone meal in order to grow. right? So this is it growing at the advanced tick rate that we do have. So it is growing a little bit faster, but with our bone meal, it's going to grow much, much faster. And that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to see more farm builds or more essential things that you need in your Minecraft world, let me know down in the comment section below. Guys, please don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, be sure to turn on the notification bell to find out every time that I upload new videos. And that's it for me, guys. My name is Check, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.